Alright, my name's Nathan, and I chose to do my smart growth audit on Marshfield, Wisconsin. I chose Marshfield because it's where I grew up. It's located in central Wisconsin, about 2.5 to 3 hours from the Twin Cities, and it is 13.49 square miles. Some of the demographics, the race is predominantly white, 97.1%. The median household income is $37,248. The median age population is 35 to 44 years old. And a couple of the largest employers in the city are Ministry Healthcare, St. Joseph's Hospital, and Rail Trucking. St. Joseph's Hospital is actually the second largest hospital in Wisconsin. When it comes to population, Marshfield has studied. The first time it saw a dip in the population was in 2000, and the population as of the 2010 census was 19,118. So that population is actually higher than what was projected in the plan. When it comes to jobs, they don't measure the jobs in the city. They use a Central Wisconsin Synergy economic study, which measures the workforce in the counties of Wood, Marathon, and Portage. And the two biggest employments are healthcare and information technology. And in 2000, there was 30,240 jobs, and then that jumped to 30,250 jobs in 2012. Some of the existing conditions. Marshfield is 40% residential when it comes to land use. They have a good housing stock according to their housing market assessment. They do have a lack of affordable housing. When I spoke to the planner, he said that was because they have a low medium income already, so they don't really plan for that. They do not have a transit system. They have a well thought out open space, which I'll touch on later. And when it comes to their economic conditions, they are a center of employment in the region. They have about 1,600 people leaving the city for work every day, and they import about 10,000 people every day for work. Some of the strengths: Marshfield has a good downtown plan and initiative. They have a downtown master plan that states that they want to create an identity and preserve the historical character. They want to create districts to promote redevelopment and mixed use. And they also have incentives like a facade program and a streetscape program. When it comes to park and open space, they do a good job of planning for that. They use a formula that for every 10.5 acres of park space for every 1,000 residents. And as of 2007, there was 206 acres of land, which converted to 10.68 acres per 1,000 residents, which was above what they had planned for. They also do a good job with intergovernmental relations. They have a cooperative boundary agreement with the town of McMillan and the town of Cameron. They have begun working on a comprehensive joint plan with the cities, and they share additional services such as fire and school. Some of the weaknesses: there's nothing regarding air and water quality in the plan. They have a lack of mixed use besides what is downtown, which is the dark red color, and they do not have any policies when it comes to infill and inward direction of growth. All the projected growth is on the outer edges of the city, which is the yellow with the black lines through it. And they don't have a transit plan in place, and their trail and bike lanes have a lot of dead ends and are not well connected. Some recommendations are to establish air and water quality measurements and policies. Create mixed use in other areas besides downtown. Encourage infill and inward direction of growth. And one of the things regarding transit that the planner talked about was they want to possibly establish maybe a shuttle from the employment centers like the hospital, because there's so many people coming into the city every day. for their services, that they could run a shuttle from the hospital to the downtown or some of the commercial districts. And he also suggested maybe a park and ride from the surrounding cities, because so many people commute into the cities every day. And then another recommendation I have was to conduct their own studies, especially when it comes to employment, because they don't really have anything to base an accuracy on, and to establish better trail connection when it comes to walking and biking. Any questions?
So you had talked about the city doesn't have a lot of affordable housing. Can you elaborate again on why they're not planning for it? Is it because of low median house price already?
Yeah, and a lot of the zoning is single family, and the planner said that because their median income is about $37,000, that they already kind of planned for it already without having to plan for it in the plan. Yeah.
Did the planner, or do you know why? For example, that it sounded like that it's a big job center, but at the same time their population wasn't expected to grow. Do you know why? Is it just that people don't mind commuting in from the outlying areas? Is that kind of your sense, or were there other reasons why there was that sort of mismatch?
I think, yeah, that's probably why. And the biggest employer is the hospital in the city, and it's pretty much reached its maximum capacity for land use for that, so they can't really expand. So that's probably why there's not